it is clear. If you look behind the house, there goes the front of the facade, the front of the house, a complete collapse now. And now that's going to send embers flying straight up that hill. That is going to send a whole flurry of embers straight up that hill.
Breaking tonight, the Southern California firestorm showing no signs of letting up. Multiple new fires breaking out tonight as resources are already stretched thin. We have live team coverage from a team of reporters across Southern California, beginning with Kevin Ozebek from our sister station KTRK, live at the scene of one of those fires tonight. Kevin.
And Mark, this is the Studio City fire, and what we saw kind of unfold here is about a 90-minute firefight. Now it's dying down now, but you can still see firefighters are focused on this one particular home. We are right at the corner of Sunswept Drive and Veneta Place, and let's get you to some video from Air 7 HD. Around 9:30 this evening, you could see the flames were so much more intense, and in fact, as one of the homes burned, you could actually see part of it collapse. Again, this was roughly a 90-minute firefight. 50 firefighters swarmed this neighborhood here in Studio City, and they did manage to get this fire under control pretty quick. But take a listen to one couple that live in this neighborhood. They started to grow concerned after they started to hear loud bangs, loud explosions. Take a listen.
Well, we were sitting in our house watching television and
heard what seemed to be gunshots. Of course, we were watching the news and all the fires. Again, heard what seemed to be gunshots and looked outside, saw our next door neighbor's fire coming out of their home. Took a second and went back out again. He went to grab some things and I said our house is on fire. And
so you came in and said the house is on fire, the house is on fire.
And which house is yours?
My house is the second house. The first house is the one right there, and the second house is the one that is burning right next to that one.
Literally grabbed our phones, a computer, and our dogs and ran out.
Just so terrifying to think of having to grab your animal, grab your computer, whatever you can, and just have to leave your home. Joining us now is Brandon Jones. Brandon actually has friends who live down the street. And Brandon, you say they actually wanted to try to evacuate, but they couldn't. What happened?
Yeah, by the time they saw the fire, they couldn't get out. The fire line had already been established, and up here in the hills, the roads are just so small, there's barely room for the fire trucks. So by the time the fire trucks had positioned themselves and they began to put the fire out, there was just no way that they could get down.
Yeah, it was hard for us to get up here in just a normal SUV, so imagine maneuvering these big trucks.
Right.
Your friends are doing okay, though? Their home is not damaged?
Yeah, everything's fine. They live directly across the street, and so far the firefighters have told me that everything across the street's safe.
And Brandon, how fast did these firefighters get here and respond and act to these fires?
Immediately. My friend sent me a text message of the home burning, and by the time I got here, they had already had everything set up, and the fire was being put out.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much, and hope you get to see your friend soon.
Thank you.
And one of the reasons why they were probably able to get this fire under control pretty quick is the winds tonight, Mark and Colleen, have been incredibly calm. I mean, there's not really even a breeze right now, so that has definitely helped with this firefight. You can also see what these firefighters have been doing is they've just been gushing this area, this hill, with water. And they told me when we were kind of north of the fire, above the fire, they wanted to try to protect the homes up there. So they've been dropping water. They were dousing the vegetation up there, letting it all kind of run down the hill to protect all these homes around it. So we do know a few homes have been damaged, but the good news to report, according to the firefighters here on scene, is no injuries to report. But just a pretty remarkable response from them. And it just shows you that they came here prepared, because even in case somebody was injured, they did have the gear ready to go to get people out of here if need be.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel, and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.